Hi there and welcome back to the bar for our bar chat for the week. So just to remind you, what we're looking at in this series is 10 sort of steps, 10 tips for delivering successful business transformation. And I've spent many years in my life with our clients going into either recover transformation programs that haven't gone so well, or to set up transformation programs and mobilize them and get them going into their life as a program, and doing it in a way that engages the business and gets it in the right place. So what I want to look at today in this bar chat is how you actually generate that very early momentum in a program. And this is really where the relationship and the relationship with your sponsor and the way you actually deal with your sponsor is absolutely critical. So often what I find is that sponsors are assigned because they happen to sit in the functional seat that is going to be the beneficiary of the program. So if it's a sales and marketing program, it's the sales and marketing director. If it's a finance program, it's the CFO. I'm never quite sure why that's the case, because they're often not the right person to sponsor the program. Sponsoring the program, rule number one is they've got to be a really good champion of that transformation program. It's got to be someone who has got the experience, the credibility, the ability to go out to the organization and really sell it. And the reason they have is because you're asking an awful lot of people generally with a transformation program to engage with the program and do a whole load of things, probably over and above what they do in their BAU jobs, in order to succeed in that business transformation. So they've got to know why they're doing it, and they need to feel that it's important, and they need to feel that it matters, and they also need to feel that their bit, the bit that they do, is valued and really valued by the business. Well, there's no one in a better position to champion that than the sponsor. So, you need to also, if you're a program manager, program director, project manager, or whatever, you need to be going to your sponsor and actually be a bit assertive with them and say to them, look, this is what I need from you as a sponsor. And assert yourselves a little bit and say, what I need in terms of leadership from you as a sponsor on this program is I'm going to give you all the details. I'm going to make sure that you've got the complete picture of the program, but I am going to need you to go out into the business, run some road shows, go to some team meetings. We'll probably do a weekly news flash or a monthly news flash, and I need you to write a little article. There's things that I need you to do in order to help me drive the program, because as the program manager, the bit that I'm going to be able to do is to drive the work streams, do them in a joined up way, and deliver the program according to the program plan and the deliverables. But if there is someone in a function which is over on the far right hand side of the business that isn't bought into it, I'm not going to be able to get them to prioritize their resources or prioritize their time in order to help us. And if it gets to it, it's probably going to have to be the sponsor that trots along the corridor, speaks to the functional director of that department and says, come on, this program's important, it's crucial to the business, I really need your support here, I need you to tell your guys to get involved. And that's part of the role of the sponsor. And so I think, getting that sponsor to champion the program to begin with very early on, getting into a position where that sponsor is looking into the whites of the eyes of the people across the business, whether it's at a town hall or a roadshow or team meeting or whatever, and saying, look, this program really matters. This is why it matters. This is what difference it's going to make. And this is going to happen. So you either jump on the bandwagon or you don't. But we need you. We need you on the bus in order to be successful. And if you don't want to get on the bus, come and talk to us now, because I'd rather sort that out now rather than when we have a problem downstream. So get your sponsors to champion the program. Be a bit assertive with them and assert your knowledge of delivering programs. 9 out of 10 sponsors don't really have that knowledge. They're good at what they're good at, and they're very successful because they're good in their functional role, but not necessarily as a sponsor. Very rarely have they been on courses to teach them how to sponsor a program. So help them. And the best way to help them is to be a bit assertive and say, this is what I need from you. I'm not going to take up much of your time, but I need 20 minutes a week to talk through with you what's going on the program. And I need you to stand up and champion the program in certain scenarios. And I will sort it all out for you. All you have to do is turn up and do your bit. So good luck with it. Make sure you get those sponsors on side. Pick the right sponsors and make sure they are picked. The right sponsors are picked. And I'm sure your transformation program will be more successful. Thanks a lot.